The evening sky glowed like old copper as the sun slid down behind the hills, painting the horizon with deep shades of orange and red. People hurried toward home, eager to beat the darkness. Vendors packed their fruit crates, and the world moved as it always did. But near the busy roadside, sitting on the dusty ground beside an empty kiosk, was a young woman whose world had fallen apart long before the sun began to fade. Her name was Mara. Her clothes were thin and mismatched, layered in a desperate attempt to keep warm. In her arms lay a 3-month-old baby wrapped in an old towel. The child whimpered softly, hungry and cold. Two little ones leaned against her sides. 6-year-old Lamu, alert and serious beyond his age, clutched a cracked plastic cup. 5-year-old Tina, dusty hair tangled around her small face, gripped Mara's sleeve tightly. A gust of evening wind swept dust across them. Mara blinked it away and rocked the baby gently. "I know, sweetheart," she whispered. "Mama's here." Her voice trembled from hunger, exhaustion, and months of living in fear. She hadn't eaten properly in days. She hadn't slept peacefully in months, not since the night her life changed forever. Still, she held her children close. There was nothing else she could give them. Across the road, life carried on, laughter from a restaurant, children buying roasted peanuts, music from a passing motorbike. Everyone seemed to have somewhere to go, everyone except Mara. "Just a little longer," she whispered. "We'll find somewhere to rest." But even she didn't believe it. In a high-rise hotel suite, a man stood at the window staring out over the glowing city lights. His name was Adrian. To the world, he was a powerful businessman, calm, disciplined, respected. But tonight, none of that mattered. The memories he had worked years to bury were rising again. Memories of Mara, the woman he loved, the woman who vanished 3 years ago. The one wound he never healed from. He loosened his tie and breathed out slowly. A message from his driver appeared. "Sir, the car is waiting." Adrian replied, "Coming, he needed air." "Mama, I'm hungry," Lama whispered. "I know, baby," Mara replied, her heart squeezing. He showed her the few coins in the cup. "Is it enough?" "We'll try," she said softly. Tina tugged her sleeve. "Mama, where will we sleep?" "Somewhere safe," Myra whispered, though her eyes filled with fear. Every laugh behind her made her flinch. Every shadow felt like danger. Every memory chased her. She pressed a kiss to the baby's forehead. "Hold Mama's hand," she told Tina. The little girl obeyed instantly. As Adrian's car rolled through the intersection, he wasn't paying attention to the street until something on the sidewalk caught his eye. A woman, 3 children, a baby in her arms. He leaned forward, frowning. Her clothes were worn. Her hair tangled, her body too thin. But her face, his heart dropped. He blinked hard, leaned even closer. "No, Mara," he whispered. "Sir," the driver asked. "Stop the car." "But stop." The car halted. Adrian stepped out, pulse racing, barely feeling the gravel under his shoes as he walked toward her. Mara looked up, expecting another stranger. Then their eyes met. She froze as if the world had stopped. "Adrian," she whispered, voice breaking. He knelt in front of her, disbelief flooding his face. "It's you," he breathed. "You're alive." Her eyes filled instantly. Her chin quivered. She pressed her hand to her mouth as tears spilled out. Lamu grabbed her arm. Tina hid behind her. The baby whimpered. "Mara, where have you been?" Adrian asked softly. "What happened to you?" "Not here," she whispered frantically. "Please, not here." Adrian's voice softened. "Come with me, you're not safe out here." She hesitated. Tina whispered, "Mama, I'm scared." Mara closed her eyes, trembling. "Okay," she finally whispered. "We'll come." Adrian lifted the baby gently and helped Mara stand. The children followed, frightened but obedient. Warmth filled the vehicle. Mara held her children close. Tears slid quietly down her cheeks. Adrian couldn't look away. She looked so fragile, so tired, so broken. "Mara, you don't have to talk tonight," he said gently. "You're safe now," she whispered. "I'm sorry." "For what?" he asked, his voice cracking. "For everything." "Mara, I can only understand once you tell me the truth." Her eyes lowered. "And the truth," she said softly, "will change everything." Guards opened. The morning light slipped gently into Adrian's home, touching the guest room with a soft, warm glow. Myra slept curled around her 3 children, their bodies pressed close like they were afraid the world might pull them apart again. The baby breathed quietly beside her. Tina's arm rested across her mother's waist. Lamu slept lightly, opening his eyes every few minutes to make sure everything was still safe. For the first time in years, they looked peaceful. Adrian stood in the doorway, watching them with a heaviness he hadn't felt in a long time. He'd barely slept. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the fear in Mara's eyes, the trembling in her hands, the exhaustion carved into her face. Why did she run? Who hurt her? What was she hiding, and why didn't she come home? He closed the door quietly. There would be time for questions later. She needed rest now. 2 hours passed before Mara woke with a soft gasp, her hand immediately reaching for her children. When she recognized the clean room and warm blankets, her whole body stiffened. Safety was a stranger to her now. "Mama, where are we?" Lama whispered. Before she could answer, a knock came. "It's me," Adrian said gently. "May I come in?" Mara hesitated, heart racing, then whispered, "Yes." Adrian entered with a tray of warm food, porridge, soft bread, fruit, and milk. "You were sleeping deeply," he said softly. "I didn't want to disturb you." "Thank you," Mara whispered. The children ate slowly at first, then faster when they realized no one would take the food away. Adrian sat across from them, watching quietly, giving Mara time to breathe. When the children finished, he spoke gently. "Mara, I need to understand." His voice trembled slightly. "I need to know why you left me." Her fingers tightened around the baby's blanket. She looked down, gathering courage. "Adrian, the truth will hurt you," she whispered. "But you deserve to hear it." He leaned forward. "I want the truth." "All of it," she nodded slowly. "It didn't start with the night I left. It started long before that," she said. "Little things I ignored at first." "What things?" Adrian asked. "Footsteps outside the house," she whispered. "Notes under the door. Messages telling me I didn't belong, that I should leave you. Someone unlocked the gate. Someone watched the windows." Adrian's eyes darkened. "And you didn't tell me?" "I tried," she said tearfully. "But you were busy. I didn't want to worry you." Guilt hit him like a blow. "One night," Mara continued, "I woke to someone standing outside the bedroom window. I screamed, they ran, but after that, everything changed." Her voice trembled. "And the night I disappeared, I wasn't alone." Adrian froze. "I was pregnant," she whispered, his breath caught. She shook her head, tears spilling. "It wasn't out of love, Adrian, someone attacked me." Her voice broke. "They grabbed me off the street and hurt me. They kept saying you needed to step away from a project, that they had warned you." Adrian's heart dropped into his stomach. "When I learned I was pregnant," she whispered, "I couldn't face you. I was ashamed, terrified, I thought you'd hate me." "Mara," he whispered helplessly, "you should have come to me." "I thought leaving was the only way to protect you," she said, "and myself." She wrapped her arms around Tina and Lamu. "These children, they're innocent, but life hasn't been kind." Adrian looked at them, his chest tightening. "Mara," he said softly, "they are yours, and if you allow it, they're mine to protect too." She stared at him, stunned. "Adrian, you don't have to." "I want to," he whispered. Tears filled her eyes again. He stood to leave, but she whispered, "Adrian, thank you for not turning away." He paused, eyes soft. "I'll never turn away from you again, Mara." When he left, Mara pressed her baby close and whispered a quiet prayer. But deep inside, she knew the truth. The danger that shattered her life wasn't gone yet, and Adrian was walking straight toward it.